You are now looking at the Los Angeles skyline on the 4th of July in the year 2020. The question of today, are fireworks vegan? I know, it sounds silly, but stay with me. Perhaps a better way to frame this question is, do fireworks damage the environment and personal property as well as harm animals enough that normal people will care and change their behavior? As you know, vegan activists are already ridiculed and scorned for simply trying to advocate people stop killing animals for food. Bringing fireworks into the discussion seems like a bridge too far. As many of you know, I did a video poking fun at Ryan from Happy Healthy Vegan for saying he hates the 4th of July and just giving off total Debbie Downer vibes on a night that is supposed to be a celebration.
So, this is why I hate the 4th of July. It smells like sulfur. It's a freaking war zone. Idiots. 4th of July sucks. What does blowing crap up have to do with celebrating our nation's birthday?
Many of y'all had an overwhelming reaction to that video, with some of you condemning fireworks, saying fireworks are not vegan. Well, you guys wanted a video? Here it is. Trigger warning, this is about to get messy. First of all, I have chosen to focus my activism on helping people navigate the crossroads of diet and healthcare, with an additional focus on understanding the marketing landscape for dietary advice, fad diets, and health gurus, where so many people get fooled and lose their health. Our country has an enormous uphill battle in the fight to obtain nutritional literacy and clarity in diet and healthcare decisions. Conflating the topics of fireworks and veganism is a perfect example of how predominantly non-active spectators in the vegan community are driving the discussion away from what matters most, moving away from the factory farm concentrated animal feeding operation business model and helping average people understand the ethical, environmental, and health benefits of a vegan diet and lifestyle. Using nothing but a keyboard, these people have virtue signaled this fireworks issue while taking no meaningful action other than maybe calling the police on their neighbors on the 4th of July. But the police aren't coming. So if anti-fireworks vegan activism is a niche topic that you consider important to you, then my demand is that you post a link to your accomplishments and documented efforts to mitigate the illegal use of fireworks. But you can't, because the truth is that no one gives a about this issue except on one day of the year, and concern trolling me and telling me that I am not vegan doesn't make any meaningful change. In other words, I do not give a what any keyboard vegan activists think or feel about fireworks because I am on my purpose. And that's not directed at Ryan, who has put himself, his family, his medical records, his what I eat in a day, his workouts, and his entire lifestyle out there to help welcome more people into a happy, healthy, vegan world. Ryan, you have my full respect, even if we disagree on politics or anything else either. So, all that being said, let's talk about fireworks and veganism. Many of you said that fireworks should be illegal, but you've just been looking at the Los Angeles skyline on the 4th of July, and the fact of the matter is that fireworks are already illegal in Los Angeles and carry a $1,000 fine. Once again, people do not give a just like people would continue eating meat even if there was a $1,000 fine, unless you can show them reasons to care enough not to. Next, some of y'all mentioned that doing shows in designated areas or replacing fireworks with something else would be better. But at the same time, someone else mentioned it's difficult to justify spending money out of the city budget when there are more important things that we actually need. At this point, I'm going to show you what can happen when the government handles your fireworks display for you. What you are seeing now is the city-sanctioned display in San Diego, where all of the fireworks assembled for the nightly display went off all at once. And we can only assume that they did, in fact, have qualified pyrotechnic experts on staff. Alright, so I'm being 100% real here. The people who were present for this display seemed largely satisfied.
This is the best fireworks show ever.
I'm dying. I'll go home now.
That was perfect.
This is the level of incompetence and zero fucks given that keyboard vegans will have to overcome in the fireworks aren't vegan woke activism. Next, the environmental aftermath. And this is probably the one inroad through which you might be able to get people to care. These are some air quality maps that I was able to pull from the night of July 4th in the Los Angeles and Southern California area. People with asthma might care, but my bet is they don't. On top of that, there is usually a lot of trash left behind, and there's the risk of residential fires. But even the very occurrence of people's homes being burned down and hundreds of thousands of dollars of damage and city response costs every year, people continue lighting fireworks. If there was ever a time to emphasize the phrase, as far as is possible and practicable, in the definition of veganism, and understand what falls within and what is not possible and practicable, right now your boy Red Pill Vegan is drawing a line. You might disagree, but the rest of America is risking their house burning down and not giving a f***. Reality check, vegans. Keep retweeting this one article and hope that people look within and find enough compassion to prevent their dog's hearing from being damaged. But I can tell you, most birds know how to fly away from loud noises, and if they don't survive the 4th of July, 300 million Americans will not bat an eye. Call it an appeal to futility. Call it an appeal to tradition. All that sounds great in your Discord chat, but results in no real activism or social change. So just to rehash, fireworks are already illegal. 0 police signed up for overtime in Los Angeles to enforce the law, even though the captain guaranteed cash pay, and with $1,000 fines for each violation. Based on the footage that we saw, the city could have made windfall profits from enforcement. People are not going to stop shooting fireworks on the 4th of July. And I'm giving it a 50% chance that we see cannibalism in America before the end of 2020.
And I know it sounds stupid and people think I'm an idiot when I say that you cut human beings open, we're made out of friggin' red meat. If you want to build red meat, you eat the building materials. And and Paul's talked about this very eloquently, talking about the likeness of our human molecular structure and getting the same thing rather than these foreign compounds that we have to really work hard.
You see, what happened here is y'all lit a fuse and sparked a discussion about possible and practicable, which you really didn't want to open that can of worms, because I'm going to crack into that a little harder in some future videos. You see, everyone else on YouTube who did controversial vegan opinions dropped the most vanilla nice cream videos I have ever seen. So if you don't like what I'm saying, I want you to smash that unsubscribe button, throw your middle fingers up, and follow me. This is just getting started. Happy Independence Day, bitch. Alright, y'all know what time it is. Red Pill Vegan. Next.